Welcome back. I am so excited to have both of you again as we dig deeper. Thank you to our listeners for joining and saving a seat with us. We are jumping back into empowerment through modesty, through nudity, and in this dig deeper, we're going to talk about maybe some of that discomfort or that beginning when you don't totally understand a concept or understand self-expression in these different ways. Raheema and Hannah are going to share ways and words of encouragement as to how maybe both of you have stepped into these spaces of openness with people who look different than you, who dress differently than you in all these different ways. So to start us off, how do the two of you let these two very different concepts exist together without judgment in your lives?
So for me, one doesn't really exist without the other. And, life is about balance. You can't just be one or just have one and not the other. I also People will also tell me that I dress very modestly. Because it depends on the weather. I love wearing sweaters and layers and everything. But in the summer, I also like my little tiny strappy dresses because I don't want it to overheat. But I think it's all about people's their inner why, why are they doing this? And for me, some people, like people who want to express themselves in a more less modest, less demure way, um it can be they want to be sexual, like they want to go towards that male gaze, and that's fine. But for me personally, I just think of a woman's body as a work of art, and there are a lot of different ways to show that, and I think that everything kind of coexists together. You can't have lightness without darkness, and things like that. So I think it's just kind of being able to bring those together, and two things can be true. It doesn't just have to be one.
I love that. What about you, Raheema?
I think for wearing hijab publicly, we I think as Muslim women also enjoy kind of relaxing and feeling like, I guess, sexy in a sense, and doing that. I mean, at home for one is one thing. I'm probably sure probably every Muslim woman I know has them little hoochie mama dresses in her closet for that event, or just to wear at home. She's doing a girls thing, which is why even me and my friends try to host those types of events where women can come out and they can do their hair and they can do their makeup and they can feel good, dance, whatever, in a space that they feel comfortable. I know for me, dressing modest all the time, yes, we can dress it up as much as we can, but also dressing down and wearing less sometimes also makes us feel good, makes us feel very feminine, makes us feel empowered. So I guess finding those moments where we can do that in a private setting, we try to do, at least I try to do, and I think that's very important. So I know some people can be ignorant; they can say whatever they want to say. They can a lot of times, I guess, people who are wanting to see us dress less literally is just for their gaze. It's literally just for their own pleasure. For me to be more exposed, for me to show more skin, for me to show, more body parts, stuff like that, is simply just because they want to see it.
Yeah.
I can't do anything about it other than just do me, continue wearing it. I don't ever feel the need to kind of convince as to why I need a cover and why I won't show more. But I do know when the opportunity knocks to show less and be in those spaces, like I kind of mentioned, I'm gonna open that door.
Yeah. I love that. And I mean, I think too, it's acknowledge, like you both kind of said, there's the balance of when you want to do this, when you aren't doing this, whatever this is from your perspective. And I think allowing yourself to feel that allows you to have more of that space for other women, because most often than not, I feel like people who don't create space for other people in that way is because they don't have that space for themselves.
Mhm.
And so I love that both of you, through acknowledging it, you acknowledge the space that you hold for yourself to be this dynamic person who dresses differently in different spaces. And so I so appreciate that. What would you recommend to folks who might not understand a concept but want to actively show respect for it? So maybe they are learning about Muslim culture and covering, or maybe it's the first time a modest dressing woman is seeing more skin in different places. Maybe she's moved and things like that. What would you recommend to folks kind of experiencing things for the first time?